game numero uno, where we have spawning in the lower right-hand corner of the map. In the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Cure. And his opponent, in the upper left, the blue Protoss player for the Jin Air Green Wings, it is Trap. We did get to see Trap versus Dynamite earlier. Trap looked very dominant in that series. But Cure is a different monster. Cure is... I'd put him top 3 Terran right now, maybe? I mean, his performance at Super Tournament seems to indicate that level of play, certainly. So... we shall see. We might end up with a top 3 Terran versus a top 3 Protoss game here. That being said, Trap's PvT is excellent. I would say Trap's Protoss versus Terran is the best in the world. I don't know that I can say the same for Cure's TVP. That being said, we'll see. This matchup has gotten pretty interesting lately with the whole, like, the balance of splash damage that Protoss goes for. Obviously, Disruptors can be very powerful, but without other big supporting units to help them out, they tend to just kind of get killed. They tend to die. They'll do this thing where they die. Now, Trap's going for a proxy Stargate. And Cure's building a bunker behind the mineral line of the natural nexus. So already things getting real interesting. The Adept is going to come over to the Reaper, and the Reaper is going to be like, haha, I have a bunker. Oh, probe getting low. Adept trying to protect the probe. We have another Adept out, so that's going to help pin this back. In the meantime, what do we have back here for Cure? I'm going to go ahead and call it absolutely nothing at the moment. But it looks like he's going into that Widow Mine drop. Oh no, that is a barracks, not a starport. I thought that was a starport. He is making a Widow Mine. Oh no, this probe. This Reaper has a kill now, look at that. Oracle is on the way. There's double Adept moving across the map as well. And Trap is going to be putting on some pressure. He says, fine, be annoying with your Reaper. I love how the Stalker can't hit this from the high ground too. Very well-placed bunker here. Annoyingly placed bunker. Ooh, blocks the Adepts out just barely. And the Oracle comes over. There are enough Marines out to push this away. There's also a Widow Mine for the mineral line. And it looks like, oh my god, it looks like Cure should be able to hold back at home. Meanwhile, the Reaper bunker gets taken out in exchange for 2 probes going down though. 3. This Reaper finding a lot of damage here. 4 kills on that Reaper, all of them probes, plus a lot of lost mining time. That single Reaper in the bunker doing work for Cure. Meanwhile, he holds back at home and doesn't lose a single SCV. Okay, he loses the one across the map. We're not counting it. I'm still right. Damn it. Adepts shading in again. Door will be closed. There's a lot of Marines here, and Stim is almost halfway done. It's going to be a big group of bio to move across the map in a little bit for Cure. We're going to have to see how Trap handles that. There's no Robo up with this. He's got a lot of gateways on the way. Blink being chronoed out, so he's going to go heavy into Stalkers. The tag on these units to make sure Trap can keep an eye on them, keep an eye on what's going on, but we have 1 eBay on the way. So that's going to be, is this going to be a +1 attack then? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be +1 with probably combat shields. for this move out. Oh, he's pushing out a little bit already. Stim is about to finish, 10 seconds away. Oh, gets the tag off but loses the Oracle. That's a pretty big deal. Oh, wow, dude, that was... the question mark as he accidentally shoots his own Stalker. Because he misclicked the medevac. The medevac will go down. But both Widow Mines get burrowed. Oh my god. A nice blink away. Widow Mine kills itself. Actually, I think a Stalker might have killed that. But look at this Stim Bio. Absolutely crushing through Trap's army. Alright, some army comes from the backside. This pylon goes down, so no more warp ins, but this army for Cure gets cleaned up. There's just not enough support for it. Trap will finish that off with the Blink Stalkers, and now Cure is, well, I was gonna say maybe in trouble, but oftentimes behind this you'd see a Protoss with a third base and 10 extra workers. But actually it's Cure with the 10 extra workers, and there's no third base for either player. Because Trap built a ton of gateways instead of a third base and decided to go into a ton of Stalkers. There's no charge. There's no charge with this. This is blink only. He's double building pylons here for this reinforcement position, and he wants to keep pressing in. He's gonna blink on top of this bunker. The repair's pretty good. It's good enough. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't know what any of that meant, but Cure takes game number 1. That's a weird game. That's a weird game. That's a weird one. I wasn't ready for that. And neither was Trap, it seems like. Yeah. Big 2-base plays there from Cure, and Trap responded with big 2-base plays of his own, but turns out Stim Bio is pretty damn good versus Blink Stalkers and Slow Zealots. Turns out. Oh my god. That Reaper was the Cyclone pilot from yesterday. I think it was Cycly. Quality memes. Ah, yes. The unavoidable command. The one that people see in the title and they go, I have to see what this is. Cock of the Walk. It's my weekly tournament. Top 103 control. Trap gave his keyboard to Gemini for a second, and well, it didn't go well, needless to say. Alright, let's hop into game number 2. I think it might be a little different. So we spawn into Zen. We have in the upper right hand corner in the red, Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure. And his opponent in the lower left, the blue Protoss player, Jin Air Green Wings Trap. Now, this map can lend itself to some weird stuff. Zen is a bit of a goofy map. I don't really know what to expect after that first game, to be honest. Trap going proxy Stargate after a quick expand, and Cure with the Reaper bunker. I mean, the Reaper bunker is pretty standard, but the way Trap handled it was not. Cure's defense was just ended up being perfect. And I don't know if he expected the Stargate, proxied or not, but he just ended up with the perfect defense. So we'll see if Trap tries to do something kind of cheeky like that with that aggro. That kind of aggro build. Reaper's gonna come out. This annoying probe.
But he's also a chicken.
Comes in and then is like, no, I'm not here anymore. Don't worry about me, Mr. Reaper. Oh, Reaper's gonna find it though. Probe wasn't that good at hide and seek. Hide and seek champion, never. Get wrecked. Trap does have a Nexus coming up behind this. He's got an Adept out. Nice thing about the Probe, I guess, is it buys time for the Adept to get out. And a pretty quick Twilight here for Trap. So this might be a little more standard. Again, double Adept feels a little weird, but not too weird. We'll see if he decides to go for Blink, as is the standard PVT opening, right? Anon with the sub gift to tempo. Dude, Anonymous is like such a cool dude. He's kind of a spooky ghost. But Anon is good people. The Adept goes down, takes out the Reaper though, so that's kind of nice for Trap. Doesn't have to worry about the Reaper jumping into his base, getting scouts off. Could try to hide some stuff back here. I mean, he's got a Twilight. We could see a Dark Shrine. I'm just saying. When has a Dark Shrine ever gone wrong for Protoss? Depp moving home. There is a Hellion here that's going to try to come scout. Aw, Hellions can't even jump and it gets in. Come on, Trap. It's a good thing he didn't put down a Dark Shrine, I guess. Hellion goes down, but he sees everything coming. It is Blink. I didn't come back and go over that, but yeah, that is the standard PVT opening. It's Blink. Looks like it is going to be a Widowmine drop out of Cure this game, as he's got that Medevac coming out instead of a second barracks. Widowmine's moving out. Trap taking a third base. This is a pretty quick third base. Pretty quick third base. In this matchup, there's no such thing as a too quick third base, but it's pretty quick. That Adept gets in, but there's 4 Marines up here with it. The SCVs get us around, and it just dies without doing much. This Medevac should be able to scout this third base. It's gonna scout it, but it's gonna be scouted at the same time. So that Medevac's just gonna sit there and not do anything for a while. Probably want to boost out this direction. That might be the best choice for that Medevac. +1 on the way up for our Terran player. He's got Stim on the way. Trap, on the other hand, he's just now getting his Forge up. So he's going to be a little bit behind in that upgrade, but if he Chronos it, should be this should be pretty close. Oh, changed his mind there. Armor, cancel, attack. He is getting charged, but I guess decided he wanted that armor for the future investment, or the attack rather. Armor is usually very good for the charge lots. Attack is good for other units, most of the other units. Especially if he wants to go into Colossus, which is kind of the standard. He's got that Robo out. Colossus into Disruptor has been pretty standard in this matchup for the last few months. I like how there's an Observer just tagged to this Medevac too. Trap, not letting it go. And yeah, things looking pretty standard. This third base feels a little late here for Cure, considering how long Trap has had his up. And you do normally expect the Protoss to have a bit of a better economy. If we take a look at the income graph, it's been pretty back and forth. Pretty Cure favored at points. And it's actually spilling that way again, even though Trap is up 10 workers at the moment. Alright, this is back and forth. So, decently even economically. Army supply-wise, it's pretty heavily in Cure's favor. A lot of Immortals coming out, though. And by a lot, I mean 3. But considering we usually see maybe 1 against Terran. It's kind of surprising we have 0 splash damage here for Trap. I'm a little bit concerned, considering I just don't really like Trap's army composition here. It's like a few charge lots, a few blink stalkers, some sentries. That's a lot of bio. All right, he interference matrices a sentry. That is the first and possibly last time we'll see that happen. Auto turret coming down to help this fight, but this is, again, it's a lot of bio. There are a couple Widow Mines here, so the Zealots have to be really careful when they charge in. Most of the Zealots are gone now. Got another warp in. Nice blink control. A few more blink stalkers come down from the main, and that might be enough to push this away for Trap. Ooh, another big stim. This army's getting real low here. A lot of it in the orange, a lot of it in the red. The blink forward to pick off Marauders. And I was concerned, but you know who wasn't? Trap wasn't. And Trap is smarter than I am. That being said, Trap is still down about 20 supply. Killing that helps him. A bit of an F2 there from Cure, I think. I like that it's a capital Z also. That's like a big laugh. He's not just chuckling, that's a full laugh. I also love when they go to type in Korean, but the keyboard is still on English, so they just type like a jumble of letters. That's quality. Oh, this medevac gets seen. Fortunately for Trap, he's able to navigate it around. Oh, anti-armor missile though. All right, the Zealots from that Warp Prism helping out here, but again, no splash damage here from Trap. Just, it's gonna be fine. But it makes it more difficult. I feel like he's making it more difficult for himself than he needs to. The upgrades are actually even right now. It's 1-1 for both players. A lot of charge lots coming in. Widow Mine trying to burrow. Widow Mine's not quite getting their chance to burrow. Stutter Step here for Cure has been very, very good. And Cure's army supply is still much higher than Trap's. He's actually up 3 workers as well. A couple of Archons being morphed. It's not the best here versus Terran, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Oh, Immortal gets focused down. Widow Mine's getting killed before they burrow once again. There's a small group of bio here, but Cure is rallying across the map. Stutter stepping as much as he can against these Archons, against these charge lots. The Widow Mine's getting just fantastic hits when they do actually burrow, killing a lot of these Zealots. And so far, it just feels like Cure will eventually break through. He's up 40 supply right now. Oh my god, his army is just so much bigger. There's nothing that Trap can really do here. 4th on the way for both players, but it doesn't matter at this point. The army is just too big. There's too much bio here. It's 160 supply to 106. And that is not where Trap wants to be. He's going to lose this 3rd base. He's going to jump into these Liberators and not even be able to take them out. That's going to be GG after some question marks. We have a bit of a discussion, a bit of banter. I'd love to know what they're saying. If anybody in chat can translate. There's the GG. And Cure goes up 2-0. We didn't believe, man. We didn't believe. Cure is doing it. He's really, really doing it. He's a Trap 32 lolling. That's exactly what he's doing. All right. Game number 3 is going to be on Nightshade. We've got all of our casters in here ready to go. Getting kind of bopped, a little bit bopped. I gotta say, I don't know if Trap is trying like new stuff out. He's like he's gotten bored winning PvT in the normal way. I'm pretty shocked he didn't make a robotics bay and go into Colossi that game. He probably could have had 2 Colossi out by the time that first attack happened, if he went for kind of a normal Colossus timing. So it's very strange to me that he chose not to do that. But we'll see as we hop into game number 3. We're spawning in the upper left-hand corner. In the red, up 2-0, up on match point, as this is a best of 5. It is Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure. And in the lower right-hand corner, making it interesting before he goes for the 3-0 reverse sweep, says Gemini, it is Jin Green Wings Trap. Trap down 2-0 in a best of 5. Not somewhere we usually expect him to be, but somewhere we have seen him more than once lately. Sadly. I honestly am a bit surprised. Like, I feel like Cure has played well. I don't want to take it away from Cure. I feel like he's played well, but I genuinely feel like Trap has kind of lost these games. He's played in a bit of a weird style. I don't know if if he's trying something out. This kind of like heavy gateway style is something that other Protosses have enjoyed and have kind of been doing, but it doesn't really feel like Trap style to me. Feels like he'd be much stronger just going for Colossi, getting into Disruptors, maybe getting Storm out a little bit later. Storm obviously not great when Ghosts and EMP Radius exists, but yeah. We'll see this game, what Trap wants to go for as he gets his Adept out. That's a nice rally. It wasn't nice enough for Trap, though. He had to change it. He was like, no, I don't like this rally. Reaper is out looking for the probe, will not find it. This probe showing its probe brethren how to do hide and seek. That probe in the last game was like, I'm gonna hide, and this guy's like, nah dude, can't hide on Zen. Ooh, couple Marines here get spotted by the probe. Adept is staying at home, not pushing across the map. We've got a quick Twilight again from Trap, so very possibly another blink opening. Chat. Oh, behave, chat. Ooh, Cure lifting off that factory off of the tech lab. Might we see some Banshee play this game? I am intrigued. Hallucinated Phoenix coming across the map. Not something we see in this matchup a ton, but that's going to be really nice scouting for Trap. Good amount of Marines out since this barracks has had a reactor for a while. Sees the Phoenix. I mean, once it starts taking damage, you know it's Haluk. Also, if you see one Phoenix fly into your base and then sit there, that's Haluk. Oh no. I think that was a probe. I think that was the scouting probe. Well, he was doing good at hide and seek, but not good enough. And it is going to be Cloaked Banshee. Now this, I feel like this has gained a little more popularity recently in all the matchups. It's something that for a little while we didn't see at all. There is a Robo on the way. Where is it? There it is. And Blink is about to finish. Both of those things combined can be very good versus Cloaked Banshees, but Cloaked Banshees can always find damage. It's just about how much damage and if they die. Is that Reaper gonna get away, really? Okay, no. I was like, Trap, you have Blink. All right, first Cloak Banshee comes in. Gonna grab 2 kills. There's no shield battery here to help out the Chrono going down on that Observer. But the Banshee will get out of there. So it gets 4 probes and leaves. And this is the strength of the Banshee. It's very similar to how Oracles have a lot of strength in that they can kind of just sit back and force Trap to respect them. You know, if you kill it, that threat is gone. But right now he knows that that one's there. He also knows that there's very likely a second one. You usually don't make Cloak and then only go 1 Banshee. I'm a little surprised we're not seeing shield batteries in here because there's one in the main, but it really helps push away Banshees and make them not do any damage. This one's gonna come in now and get at least a couple of kills. Decloaks and moves back. So far, really nice harassment here out of Cure. He did try to move forward with this Marine tank force, but decided against it. Went home, taking a 3rd now. And Cure is actually up in workers, 53 to 48. So this Banshee's absolutely doing their job. Trap's gonna move across the map and try to get something done with a few of these units. It's not just the Stalkers. Oh man, there are a couple of Stalkers here to defend against this Banshee. Armor on the way this time for Trap, so he's going for something a little bit different. Couple more gates coming up. Oh, Zealots being dropped into the mineral line. Siege tank will help push them away, but gets a couple of SCV kills, evening up that worker count. Oh, these tanks on the high ground doing massive damage to the Stalkers. Trap with the blink forward. I do not like it. And then the Zealots are going to get cleaned up immediately. Oh, the Immortal goes down. Sure, there's a warp in his Stalkers, but at the same time, probes going down in both mineral lines. A 3rd Banshee joined up, and Trap is in a world of trouble right now. He just lost not only his entire army, but 8 probes. He's just gonna tap out, and just like that, Cure is gonna win game number 3. Cure is gonna win the finals 3-0 over Trap.